Well, let's get into our news of the week, which is brought to you by Eagle Mortgage. EagleMortgageCompany.com is where you can find them online. If you want to stop by the office Monday through Friday, they're open at 114th and Davenport. But whether you call them, email them, or visit them, the reason you want to talk with them is for a mortgage. And they do such a great job of it. They listen to people. They kind of figure out what your goals are, look at your background, and then they can shop banks. They have relationships with a ton of them, and so they can get you the best deal possible. They're not like a bank that obviously only can use themselves. They have a lot of them, FHA, VA, conventional loans, and they do all of it. Holly Schneiderwind and her team is very customer service focused. So if you're thinking about making the big decision, making the plunge, buying a new house, talk to Eagle Mortgage, EagleMortgageCompany.com. All right, well, first up on the news this week, Alaska Airlines will add a second nonstop flight from Omaha to Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. They already have one nonstop every day of the week. The second one is going to be like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing. So altogether, there will be 10 nonstops to Seattle each week. And presumably, I think you can come back home nonstop as well.
That'd be great. Do you think we're back to pre-pandemic nonstops out of Omaha, or we're not there yet?
We're not there because there are a few that we're still missing. Like before the pandemic, we had a nonstop to Philadelphia, which I don't believe exists. We had a nonstop to Toronto, which does no longer exist.
We had more California options too.
Yes.
I know my wife's from California, so we do travel, and that's when I noticed.
Yeah. LA and San Francisco, we have those, but they're not as frequent as they were before the pandemic.
That's right.
And then there's the one market that's been bugging me that we've never had nonstops to, as far as I know. We've never had it, and that's Boston. It's a big business market, a major, college and university market. And it always seems to me that that's the one last major market where we've always had a hole in our nonstop flight offerings.
Did we have a nonstop to Mexico at one point?
Not that I know of.
That makes a lot of sense to me.
It does. Maybe like a Cancun or thing. So many people go to the Cancun area.
It's not far. It's the same time zone. It makes a lot of sense going from Omaha.
Yeah.
I feel like that should be a nice,
It's probably just a matter of time. We have international customs capabilities at Eppley, but we don't have a regularly standing operation for that. Question would be, when the new $600 million terminal opens in a few years, is that the time where maybe you could dedicate the space and have a regularly scheduled flight from, one or two of the Mexican destinations? I don't know. It'd be interesting. Like Kansas City is double our market size, and I wonder how many Mexican nonstops they have, if any.
Yeah, I think they have a few.
Probably a couple.
I think people would be surprised just how many people hop on a bus just to go visit family in Mexico from Omaha. There's
really?
a lot more than you think.
That'd be a hell of a bus ride.
People do it consistently. I
Wow.
talk to people that do it all the time.
Wow. Yeah. That bus ride is like a life commitment.
Yeah.
To drive that far
And
in a
it's
bus.
not cheap,
Yeah. Well, because a bus is not like just driving your car to Mexico. Because, if I was going to drive my car to the border, I'd get in, drive, spend one night, sleep 7 hours, get up and drive the rest, right? No, a bus stops all the time. A friend of mine, it was one of my sisters years ago, took a bus from Omaha to LA when she was in college. And I think it was like a 6-week experience or something. It took forever.
I had a listing in South Omaha that, we talked for a while with a bus terminal that wanted to go there for this very purpose.
Really?
Yes.
Huh. That would have been a good thing to come to fruition.
It would have been. I think it might still, so we'll keep you posted.
Okay, so we won't do anything to jinx it. Well, the Visit Omaha has announced the 2023 Omaha Metropolitan Area Tourism Awards. These recognize best tourism-related businesses in Douglas, Sarpy, and Potawatomi counties. Over 18,000 people voted on this. So for 2023, Douglas County Best Attraction, Jean Leahy Mall. At the riverfront, runners-up were Junk Stock and the Durham Museum. No Henry Dorley Zoo and Aquarium, which is the thing that brings in people from the whole country and the world. Best Hotel, Hotel Deco. Runner-ups were the Omaha Marriott Regency and Kimpton Cottonwood Hotel. Best Restaurant, the winner, Block 16 And runners-up, Monarch Prime and Upstream Brewing Company.
Wow, a lot of love for Hotel Deco on this list.
Yeah, because Monarch Prime is inside that hotel. Good place. Best retail business, winner, Borsheim's. Runners-up, Novella Eve and Mangelson's. Mangelson's, yeah. So apparently
the best Halloween costumes in town.
When I was the kid, they used to say, Mangelson's, the one-of-a-kind kind of everything store.
It kind of does have everything.
Yeah, I can still remember that. Mangelson's, one-of-a-kind kind of everything store. And there used to be, Roger Olson, our producer, knows this. There used to be a 2-lane tunnel just south of Interstate 80 on 84th Street. And it was horrible, and the traffic backups in the 70s were awful. And they would say, one-of-a-kind kind of everything store just north of that awful tunnel.
That's it.
Do you remember that, Roger?
Oh, very well.
Jorge wasn't born yet, so he wouldn't remember that.
And then you'd get your dad to try to take 84th Street so he'd honk the horn and you could hear the echo in the tunnel.
My dad's probably listening, and he's probably nodding his head because I would ask him to do the same exact thing.
My kids are listening, and they're definitely terrified by that voice.
Yeah. One-of-a-kind kind of everything store. At any rate, we digress. Pottawatomie County, Best Attraction, Dreamland Theater. I don't even know what that is. And then runners-up, Prairie Crossing Vineyard and Winery and Hitchcock Nature Center. Best Hotel, Pottawatomie County, winner, Ameristar. Runners-up, Hilton Garden Inn, Council Bluffs, and Country Inn and Suites. Best Restaurant, the Back 40 Bar and Grill. Runners-up, Garcia's Family Mexican Restaurant and 712 Eat and Drink. Let's see, should we do Sarpy County?
Yes.
Best Attraction, Sarpy County Museum. Runners-up, Werner Park and the Bellevue Berry Farm and Pumpkin Ranch.
And the Amazon warehouse.
And the Amazon, because what tourist doesn't flock to the Amazon warehouse?
That's right.
Hey, no Vala's Pumpkin Patch. Vala's lost out to the Bellevue Berry Farm.
Yeah, the Berry Farm is super fun. I mean, they've just done a lot of good programming there. Yeah.
Okay, so best restaurant winner in Sarpy County, El Vallarta Mexican Restaurant. Gretna, runners-up, Cafe Diem and Billy's Gretna Cafe. Best retail business in Sarpy County, The Candle House. Runners-up, Robin's Nest, Springfield, and Shadow Lake Town Center. So there you have it, your tourism awards. All right, a few things here before we wrap up the news. Big news out of Lincoln. The Nebraska Unicameral passed the $5.3 billion state budget this week and looked through it. Nebraska Examiner had a real nice article about it, and I pulled a few things out of the article, Jorge, that I thought would be of interest to Grow Omaha listeners, economic development type stuff. One, the budget included $10 million to help Sarpy County with sewer expansion work. This is an ongoing thing because Sarpy County, fast-growing county, third largest, we've only been able to develop about half the county. So this continues the sewer expansion, which will make Sarpy County more developable.
I agree. This is crucial to having that first domino effect in that southern growth, and I think it's going to be faster than West Omaha.
Yeah, it'll just boom. It'll just explode once more and more of this land is opened, because development follows sewers. If you don't have a sewer,
oh boy,
no development.
There's sewers and jurisdictional issues and all kinds of stuff, but they're going to figure it out.
Yeah, if you want to know the importance to sewers and understand the importance of sewers towards real estate development, my answer is just think about it, and it'll come to you.
Go talk to the Sarpy planning department. All right.
$20 million for Metro Community College to prepare workers in the event Nebraska lands a computer chip manufacturer.
This is interesting.
Very interesting. My guess is you only do something like this if the Greater Omaha Chamber of Commerce or the Omaha Economic Development Partnership or one of the others in the state is pretty hot and heavy working with a computer chip manufacturer.
And I think it kind of goes along with some of the rumors and the rumblings we've been hearing about the legislature passing this sort of pro-chip legislation, potentially a user in tow to come and build a facility in Nebraska. I think this would be a big deal for the economic development.
Let's hope. That could be really, really exciting. Okay, and then $30 million to Creighton University to help pay for their new health sciences building and, more interestingly, baseball fields. There was talk, Creighton had requested $50 million. They got 30, but Creighton and College World Series of Omaha are saying that the NCAA wants practice facilities really close to Charles Schwab Field, and then Creighton likes the idea of their baseball games being on campus. They don't draw enough people to justify being in a 25,000 seat stadium. So I think they have some campus improvement things. I think $30 million was probably a pretty good victory for CU.
Yeah, I think it's going a long way. And I think with the Builders District and everything going on there, with the private development we're seeing, I think that probably helped,
Yeah, nice. A nice move forward for North Downtown and Creighton University.
If you like this video, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And remember, Grow Omaha is not just media. This is a mission. We are trying to build up Omaha and make it an even better place. We can only do that with your help. Share this video with your friends, neighbors, and family.